As we moved northward, we reached our most anticipated destination, Panama City, Panama, and the Pacific entrance to the Panama Canal. The first attempt to build a canal across the Isthmus of Panama was by the French, headed by Ferdinand de Lesseps, who had succeeded in building the Suez Canal. The French engineer believed the Panama Canal could be constructed like the Suez as a sea-level canal. Construction began in 1881. But due to the extreme difficulty of such a design, along with workers becoming sick and dying from yellow fever and dysentery, and not understanding their cause, as well as construction difficulty and inadequate financing, the project was abandoned. Under the presidency of Theodore Roosevelt, America wished to take on this project and own the seaway connecting the Pacific to the Atlantic. However, Colombia, who governed this territory, refused to give America permission. This obstacle was resolved when a Panamanian nationalist group, backed, supported, and initiated by the American CIA, mounted a successful insurrection on November 3, 1903. On November 6, the U.S. quickly recognized the new nation of Panama. In exchange, America was granted exclusive and permanent possession of the Panama Canal Zone. On September 7, 1977, President Jimmy Carter signed a treaty which promised to return the canal to Panama in the year 2000, which occurred. The canal was built by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineering, which began in 1904 and completed 10 years later. Unlike the French, U.S. engineers recognized a sea-level canal was impractical due to the land's mountainous terrain. So instead, a lock system was designed with 2 lock systems on the Pacific side and 1 lock system on the Atlantic side, raising and lowering boats to and from Lake Gatun and connecting the 2 seas. Gatun Lake is an artificial lake created by the U.S. containing 164 square miles. Here ships await entrance to the locks toward their desired destinations. Upon arriving in Panama City, we went ashore and took a bus tour to what would be our ship's final lock as she made her way into the Atlantic and Caribbean. Next, we were taken to the site where construction is taking place on new Atlantic locks to enable passage of larger ships. Similar work is being done on the Pacific side as well. 39 nationalities are working on this project, which is projected to be completed by 2015. The next day, it was our ship's turn to make its way through the locks. We were told the cost of the Veen Dam to go through the locks was around $200,000, based on its size and number of passengers. Each of the locks have 2 lanes which elevate the ships 85 feet above sea level to Gatun Lake. Then they are lowered back to sea level by the locks on the opposite side of the lake. From sea to sea, the distance traveled is around 50 miles. The water chambers are raised and lowered using gravity. The water is supplied by the lake. Around 51 million gallons of fresh water are used in each lock and eventually flushed into the sea. Our trip through the canal took about 8 hours.